So welcome to tonight's practice. Tonight I want to focus in on the intent of gratitude. So I've been working on this intent in my own personal practice, and I think it's a good habit to get into when you come onto your mat to actually think about something that you want to work through in your yoga practice. So it could be an intention, as tonight's practice, gratitude. So what are we grateful for? Or, something, letting go, or anytime you step on your mat, it's quite good to just check in with how you're feeling. So for tonight's practice, the intent is gratitude. So we will be practicing with the intent of being grateful for either being in this moment, being grateful for our yoga practice. And as you breathe through the postures, just think about other things that you can be grateful for as well. And it's quite good to tune into this intent tonight, because we can often think about lots of negative stuff, particularly when we get stressed. So really try and come back to your intent. And as usual, if you get distracted, connect with your breath, and this helps you to then connect with the intent of the practice, and then helps you to get into your body and out of your monkey mind with all of the distractions from the day. So come and sit up comfortable on your mat. If you want to sit with your back against the wall, go for it. Make sure your knees are happy, so if you need your legs nice and straight, go for it. And close your eyes. And become aware of your breath. Just noticing how rapid your breathing is tonight. And if you're feeling that your heart rate is quite fast, your breathing's quite fast, just bring it back down to its natural rhythm, slowly by inhaling and exhaling deeply. Now just think about the intent for the practice being gratitude, and think of something that you're really grateful for in this moment. The first thing that comes to your head. It might be something silly, something that you consider silly, but if it comes into your head, just think about that and truly feel grateful for what you have. And open your eyes. So the pranayama tonight is alternate nostril breathing, so Nadi Shodhana. If this is your first time doing this practice, I'll talk you through it. If you're suffering from hay fever, it's hay fever season, so if you're feeling slightly congested, then just sit and breathe with your eyes closed. Nadi Shodhana is a gentle practice, but sometimes contraindication is it can, if you've got kind of congested sinuses, and it sometimes isn't that good for that. So if you're feeling congested, just sit and breathe naturally. So alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana in the Sanskrit, is a great breath to balance the heat within the body and the energy within the body. So we have energy channels called nadis, and we will be concentrating on two energy channels, Pingala and Ida. The Ida channel is associated with the left nostril, and this is associated with the moon, which is the cooling energy within our body, the feminine energy. Pingala is associated with the right nostril, and that's the sun energy, the fire energy, the masculine energy. And as you move throughout the day, there will be a more dominant energy within your body. So Nadi Shodhana is a fantastic practice to do, because the aim is to actually balance the energy levels so that the cool isn't overpowering the fiery side, and vice versa. So we have the first two fingers and we fold them towards palms of our hands, and the pinky and the ring finger is outstretched. And if you outstretch your thumb as well. We will start by closing off the right nostril with the thumb, and we will inhale through the left nostril. Then we'll close the left nostril, open the right nostril, and exhale through the right. We'll then close the left nostril and inhale through the right, close the right, and exhale through the left. So I'll talk you through the first round. We will do 8 breaths, and then on the second round, we'll start on the opposite nostril, but I'll talk you through it. And then for the final round, you can just do it yourself, because it is a very peaceful breath, so I don't want to be yapping at you constantly. So first 2 fingers folded, extend the ring finger and the pinky finger and the thumb. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through both nostrils and exhale the breath away. Close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, open the right nostril, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, and exhale out of the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, open the right, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Open the right nostril, close the left nostril, and exhale out the right. Relax your hand and keep your eyes closed, and just a few breaths breathing naturally. This time you are starting with the left nostril closed, with the right nostril, so you're inhaling through the right. So in your own time, first 2 fingers are folded, pinky and ring finger straight and the thumb straight, and inhaling through the right and exhaling through the left. So keep going, I'm not going to cue you in this one. And finishing on the right side. Keep your eyes closed. Deep inhales and exhales. Relaxing your hands. And preparing your hands again, so folding in the first two fingers, straighten the ring finger and the pinky and the thumb. Close off the right nostril and inhale through the left, and keep going with your Nadi Shodhana. And finishing on the left side. Keep your eyes closed and see if you can breathe in and out through your nose. And just notice if you are feeling that both sides are equal. Or if one side is still dominant, that's totally fine. Just observe it, just make a note of it, a mental note. And open your eyes. If your legs are starting to get achy, switch the cross of your legs. So what I want to do tonight is work on the vibrations of the body. So a really great way of doing that is by using the sound Om. So Om is the ancient sound, it's the sound of pure consciousness, but it can be broken up into three main sounds and three main meanings. So it's actually, although it sounds Om as in OM, it's actually spelled in English AUM. And there is the Sanskrit symbol for it. So you can look that up and have a look at that. But basically, it is made up of three sounds, which sounds like this. So the first part is ah, so it's ah, and that's the awakening state. The awakening state. And this is where we are aware of everything around us. And it's very much outward focusing. But what we want to do, and we talk about this in yoga philosophy, so in the Upanishads, which is an ancient Indian text, we talk about the outward state. So it's not just about noticing everything about you, it's about noticing everything and the beauty in everything, but not getting distracted by it. So it's about observing, but you're still in the moment. And then we have the second part, which is the U. So we have ah, so it's ah, and then oo, which is the second part of the Om. And this is very much the dream state. So this is where we're focusing inwards to ourselves, where we're in a dreamlike state, but we're still slightly aware of everything around us. And then there's the final part, which is the deep sleep, and that's the and this is very much about the unconscious. So this is where we aren't really sure about what's going on. So when we put all of that together, so we've got the awakening state, the dream state, and the deep sleep state, and put all that together, and we have the pure consciousness, and this is when we put the full Om sound together. And what I'd like to do is for us to do 3 Oms together. So I'll do the first one. So although I said it's you can do it that way, but in order to actually not think about it too much, just make the sound yourself. So the Om sound, so I'll do an example. So it'll be So that's putting the 3 sounds together. So let's do 3 Oms, but in between each one, we'll do it with our eyes closed, but in between each one, let's just have a pause just to feel for what's happening in your body. And don't worry, nobody can see you and nobody can hear you. It's just me making a fool of myself. So, so you're in the comforts of your own home. So let's get our Oms on. So sit up tall and close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. And gently just bring your awareness back and blink your eyes open. So the Om sound is quite good to actually just bring your awareness inwards, and it's quite nice to do it at the start of a practice or at the end. So let's come and stand at the short edge of our mats, and we'll do some sun salutations. So options are, you can use put your knees on the mat in between your suns. You can do the gentle version if you want. Otherwise, do the plank version. So I'll be cueing the plank version tonight. So hands at your heart. Stand tall in your mountain. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Step back with the right into plank. Lower the knees. Come into extended child. And gently come onto your tummy any way that works for you. Coming into an up dog or a cobra. Relax your glutes here. So let the pose loosen off your low back. Tuck your toes under, use your tummy muscles, come into down dog. Take a deep inhale into your upper back and exhale, send your sit bones back. Feel for lengthening the spine towards the ceiling. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward, right foot forward, uncurling all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot. If you want to put the knee down, remember you can. Otherwise, stepping back to plank. Lower the knees. Extended child. Coming into a little cobra or an up dog. Tuck the toes under, down dog. Think of sending your heels towards the floor. It might not be possible, but just think about doing that. It helps to open up your Achilles, open up the calves. Inhaling, right foot forward, left foot forward. Uncurl all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot, right foot to plank. Lower the knees, extend the child. Coming through into an up dog or a cobra. Down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Uncurl all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot. Step back with the left foot to plank. Lower the knees. Extend the child. Come through onto your tummy. Down dog. Step through with the right foot. Left foot forward. Uncurl all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Switch on your active feet. This helps you to ground and also helps to switch on your inner thigh muscles. Hands by your side, stand tall. Connect with your breath. And open your eyes. Warrior one. So step forward with the left foot and take your right foot back. You might need to take the right foot out towards the outer edge of the mat. Hands at your heart. Have a little bend into the knee, make sure it doesn't go beyond the ankle. If it does, just take your foot a little forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the back. And exhale, bend into your front knee. Stay here with the arms, or if you're happy to, raise them up above your head. Wrap your shoulders and lengthen up. Lower the hands. Step the right foot forward. Give the legs a little shake. And step the left foot back. Just check in on this side, see how your knee feels. Hands at your heart. Deep inhalation. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Keep your hands at your heart, or inhale and raise them up. Exhale, wrap your shoulders, lengthen up. Keep your gaze soft, but focused. Lower the hands, straighten front leg and bring back leg forward. Give your legs a good little shake. And we're coming into warrior two. So step out with your right foot, heel to heel or heel to instep, just checking your alignment on that knee. Hands at your heart. Inhale, raise the arms out, shoulder level. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Gaze can be directly in front of you or along your right hand. Use the strong warrior poses to really bring you into this moment. Heating up your body so that you're invincible. Inhaling, hands to heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe the feet together. Lower the arms and giving your legs a really good shake. Let's do the opposite side. Stepping out your left foot. Check your alignment on this side. Remember, if your hip's a bit achy, you can actually angle the back foot out slightly, back heel out slightly. Otherwise, foot's parallel. Take a deep inhalation and exhale. Coming into warrior two. Heading neutral, or take your awareness and your gaze down the left arm. So both legs are working equally. If you feel you're sinking more into the front leg, switch on your back leg. And if your legs are starting to really cook, focus in on your breath. Inhale, hands to heart. Heel toe the feet together. And shaking out the legs. We will go straight into warrior three. I'll demo it. So what we want to do is, you can use props. So if you have got blocks, take a hold of them, or some study books, or a couple of cushions. So for warrior three, you can place your blocks on the mat, stepping one foot back, and you can come up into warrior three in this version. Or if you're happy to just to use your hands, but you want your blocks there, just place them in the mat and we'll step back, and then you bring your weight onto the back foot. You can keep the back toes on the mat, or you can float the leg up. Use your blocks here, or raising the arms out. So we'll all do it together. So if you're using blocks, set them up on your mat. So left foot forward, right foot back. Hands at your heart. Take a deep inhale, lengthen up, and exhale. Start to switch on your left leg muscles, and you're on the toes of the right foot. Hinging from the hips, that back foot might start to float up, so bring it floating up. And if you want to use your blocks, you can place your hands down and float the leg all the way up. If you're in this position and you want to have a little go, take one hand off, opposite hand off, bring your hands to your heart. Keep both legs active, use your strong tummy muscles, and you can bring your hands out in full alignment into the full pose. Hold your body with your strong grounding leg. Keep breathing. Lower the hands to your blocks, lower the leg. Come into a forward fold here. Have a little bend in the knees if that's good for you, and let your head relax. Gently uncurl all the way up. You can give your head a little bit of support if that's good for you. Let's do the opposite side. So set your blocks up again. And this time we'll lead with the right leg. So step the left foot back. Standing leg straight, hands at your heart. Coming forward, switch on your strong right leg. This is your grounding leg. On your tippy toes of the left foot, start to hinge from the hips, raising the leg up. If that's good for you, if not, just keep the toes on the mat. Bring your hands down onto your blocks. Flatten out your back and see how you feel. Hands to your heart if that's good for you. And if you've got further to go, extend the arms out. Lower the hands to your blocks, lower the leg, and then come into a deeper forward fold. Let the head relax. Gently uncurl all the way up. Head comes up last. Good. Standing in mountain pose, close your eyes. Really ground down through your feet. And place one hand on your heart, one hand on your tummy. Your heart rate is probably a lot higher than before we started, so just notice that. Your body temperature's probably increased as well. So feel the fire that you're switching on within your body. And open your eyes. Lower the hands by your side. Triangle pose. So let's bring the right leg out. Straighten the right leg. Have the heel to heel or heel to instep. Hands at your heart. Inhale, extend the arms out. And exhale, lengthen forward. And we're sliding down our imaginary wall, so hands can come onto the shin, or if you want to use a block, you can do so. Upper arm reaches towards the ceiling. If this is too much for the shoulders and wrists, you can place the hand on the low back. Also, if your back's tweaky, you can have a little bend in the knee. This shoulder pins back towards the imaginary wall. Gaze can be down at the right foot, or in neutral position, or towards the upper hand. You decide what works best for you. I prefer to have my neck relaxed. Doesn't look as nice a pose with your neck relaxed, but for me it feels amazing, so I prefer to work with that. But you do what feels good for your body tonight. And inhale, lengthen up, bringing yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your feet so that they're parallel and put your hands on your hips. Deep inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, hinge from the hips. All the way forward if that's okay for your back. And let your hands come onto the mat. Relax your head. Have a little bend in the knees. And gently bringing yourself all the way up. Good. Opposite side, taking out the left foot, heel to heel or heel to instep. Remember, hands at your heart. Inhale, extend the arms out, lengthen forward, and exhaling, slide down your imaginary wall. Again, make the adjustments if you have a tweaked back, so bend the knee, or have your right hand on the low back. Pinning your right shoulder to your imaginary wall. Both legs are active. Inhaling, gently bring yourself up. Exhale, hands to heart. Heel toe the feet together. And give your legs a good little shake. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the next pose, which is half moon. And for half moon, you might want to have a block. You can also do half moon by leaning against a wall. So if you've got the space in your room to do that, you can do that, and you slide down the wall and you can bring your leg up if you want to do that. Otherwise, if you're on your mat, take a hold of a block and place it to the outer edge of your foot. We set ourselves up as if we're in triangle. So we're coming in, we lengthen, and then we bring the hand down onto the block, and then you can tippy toes on the back of the mat, and then you can float the leg up. Now we're opening the hips towards me, raising the top arm towards the ceiling, and that's your half moon pose. To come out, small bend in the standing knee, and you're coming all the way up. So we're not coming over like what we did in Warrior 3. We're opening up, so you're getting a big, massive stretch across the whole of the front of your body. Okie doke. Let's do it together. I'm going to switch sides. So, hands at your heart, block to the outer edge if you're using the block. Extend the arms out, lengthen forward, and then start to bring your weight into the standing leg. Bring your hand down onto your block and float the back leg up if that's good for you. You can have the block in the top position, the low position, or just use the mat. You can have the upper arm on the hip, or raise the arm up. From here, think of rotating your upper body towards the screen. This is a big balance, so if you fall out, just gracefully get back into it. Keep stretching the upper leg away so the foot is active, push through your heel. At the same time, you're pushing down into your mat with your standing leg. So you're getting amazing stretch in both legs. Little bend in the standing knee. Slowly bring yourself all the way up. Good. Heels on the feet together. And give your legs a really good shake. You do the opposite side. So if you want to use a block, switch your block to the opposite side. And have your block to the outer edge of the foot, hands at your heart. Inhale, lengthening with the arms. Exhale, Coming forward and start to take your weight into this big leg. Hand on the block or on the mat, floating the back leg up. You're opening the hip towards the screen. Well, I don't know actually where your screen is, so I better watch my cues. You're opening your hip towards the outer edge of your mat, that's better. And then raising the top arm. Take a deep inhale into your upper back and exhale, gently move the chest towards the outer edge of your mat. Keep your tummy engaged, this helps with your balance, but also feel for sending the upper leg away from you, and at the same time you're rooting down into the floor with your standing foot. Little bend into the standing knee and gently float yourself up. Hands to your heart and heel toe the feet together, lower the arms. Close your eyes or focus on your drishti point, so a little point somewhere, very soft gaze. And stand in mountain pose. Root down into the mat with both feet. And with each inhale, feel like you're energizing your entire body. And open your eyes. Moon pose. If you want to get padding under your knees, you can use a blanket, or you could actually, I'm going to go for a cushion, a nice comfy cushion. So I'll just show you what moon pose looks like. You can do it with your knee down. So we're coming into this pose and you're bringing your knee forward so that you're getting a good slant on the back thigh, and you can raise the arms up and you're lengthening back. So this is moon pose version of it. Or for those of you who want a slightly stronger version, the full moon pose is coming into your moon pose. So you decide. You don't have to decide right away. So you can bring a cushion and then you can decide when you're in the pose, and then if you feel, no, that's too much for me tonight, just gently put your knee onto the padding. So, padding on your mat, let's stand in mountain pose facing the short edge of your mat, hands at your heart. Step the right foot back. And gently come onto the ball of the back foot. Keep your hands at your heart and inhale, raising the arms all the way up. If this feels too much for you tonight, lower the knee, the right knee onto the cushion. Raise the arms up. Imagine you're holding a full moon in between your hands. You're holding up the moon. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Hands to the mat. Lower the right knee if you haven't got it lowered already, and come to child's pose. Rest so you can go into full child's pose, or you can rest your head on your fists. And directing your breath in between your shoulder blades. So really think of opening up the shoulders. Extend the arms out along the mat and come up into down dog. Step the right foot forward, left foot back. Moon on the right side. See how you feel here. If you want to put padding underneath your left knee with the left knee on the mat, go for it. Otherwise, we're coming onto the ball of the back foot. And hands can remain at the heart or raise your arms up. Exhale, wrap your shoulders and visualize you're holding a full moon with your hands. Exhale, hands to heart, hands to the mat. Lower the knees and coming into child's pose, or rest your head on your fists. Whatever works for you after your full moon. And gently bringing yourself all the way up. Come to sitting in your mat now. And we're coming into a nice little twist for the spine. So we're coming into fish pose. So bend your right knee. You can have the foot into the inner thigh or cross the left leg. The left leg can be straight, or if it's good for you, bend the knee. Either version, let's get the spine nice and straight and make sure you're not sinking into your low back. So chest is up, upper abs activated, lower abs activated, so you're lifting yourself up. Inhale and raising up with the left arm. Exhale, either bringing the elbow to the outer edge of the thigh or hug the knee towards your chest. Your right hand, fingertips can be on the floor, or you can wrap them around your back. Take a deep inhale and lengthen. Exhaling, pull your tummy towards you and twist a little deeper. Chin is in the center line of the chest, so that it's the spine that we're moving, the big back muscles that are moving. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, gently untwist. Unravel the legs and extend them out in front of you. Hands behind you on the floor and gently move into the hips. Opposite leg, so bending in the left knee this time. Foot to the inside of the thigh or cross the leg. Right leg is straight, or you can bend the knee. Inhaling, raising the right arm up. Hug the knee or get the elbow across. Either version's amazing, so go for what feels good for your body tonight. Left fingertips are on the floor behind you or wrap them around your back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, activate your tummy and bring yourself into the twist. And with each exhale, have a sense of detoxing your body. So the twists are fantastic for really massaging into your organs. Twists in particular are good for the kidneys, the bladder, the digestive system. So with each deep breath, you're massaging your organs. So be grateful for that. Coming back to the intent of the practice. Coming back to center, unravel your crisscrossed legs and bring the legs out nice and straight. Hands behind you, legs apart slightly and just gently moving into your hips. So we're still working with the hips here. This is Gomukhasana, so cow face pose. You have the option, if the full pose doesn't work for you tonight, remember you can sit with your legs crisscrossed. So you can sit with your legs crisscrossed like this. And if that's not good for your knees, you can also sit legs straight. So if you're doing the full crisscross of the legs, straighten out the left leg. Right leg comes across and you can bend in with the foot underneath. So this is another version you can do, as we did before. Or if you want to do the other version, you can get your knees stacked above one another. So bend in the left knee and then the right knee comes on top. And I like to just come off my hips and then that helps me to stack my knees. They don't have to be perfectly stacked. Your feet can remain behind you, or if you want to go a little bit deeper and open up the psoas muscles a little bit more and the hips more, you can move the feet forward. Only do this version if you know that you're happy to sit in this position with your hips. Whatever version of the pose you're in, get comfortable and smile. It is quite an uncomfortable pose. So it's cow face pose, so the elbows represent the ears of the cow. So we have our right knee on top, so that means it's the opposite arm on top. So left arm raises up, drop the hand behind you, get a hold of a belt. I should have said that before I put you into the leg position, or you can clasp your hands, or just the back of your t-shirt if you don't want to unravel your legs after all that. Take a deep inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. Let your shoulders relax. Stay here, or inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, hinging forward into a deeper pose. Let your neck soften so that your head can be heavy. Keep your breathing deep so that you're massaging your organs. Inhaling, bring yourself up, and exhale very carefully. Release the arms, the shoulders will be feeling a bit achy. And carefully unravel the legs. Extend the legs and just give your thighs a little massage. So cow face pose or Gomukhasana is fantastic for the hip flexors, psoas muscles, glutes. also for opening up and strengthening your shoulders. But it is a bit of a tricky pose to get in and out of. Let's do the opposite side. So again, you come into whatever version of the legs works for you. Key is to be comfortable in your pose. That way that you'll get the most out of it. So it doesn't matter if you're doing the textbook version. What's important is you're doing the version that works for your body. Just take a moment to just let your hips come into this pose, and then we'll bring in the arms. Okay, so left knee is on top, right arm extends up. Drop the hand behind your head. Opposite arm comes underneath. Take hold of the hand or the strap or your t-shirt. Socks are good for this as well. Inhale, lengthen up. If you're happy to go forward, exhale, hinge from the hips. Otherwise, you stay in the upright position. And soften your jaw. Inhaling, bringing yourself all the way up very carefully. Release the arms and release the legs. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Just giving them a little shuggle, hands behind you on the floor, and then you maybe want to move gently into the hips. So get your warm things on. Get your cushions, your blankets beside you. We're going to do a meditation. And from there, I'll then put you into your relaxation. But I want to make sure you're nice and comfortable. So I don't want you to do your meditation and then you're fully awake, looking for your cushions, your blankets, and your jumpers and everything. So get yourself sorted, get your nice warm things on. So it is a beautiful evening, but we have been doing a lot of balancing work with our cooling postures and our warming postures. So your temperature will drop significantly in your relaxation. So make sure that you're nice and cozy. So for your meditation, you can come and sit with your back against a wall, or sit in cross-legged position or in Siddhasana, which is also called the perfect pose. So whatever works for you. Siddhasana is one foot in front of the other. You can also sit in a little cushion or a chair. Chairs are great for meditation as well. Let's do the mudra with fingertips together, fingertip and thumb together, and extend the bottom, the remaining 3 fingers out. So let's do that mudra tonight. Backs of the hands on the thighs. Close your eyes. And become aware of your breath. Become aware of your hips grounding into your mat or your chair. Inhaling, lengthen up your back, and exhale, relax your shoulders. And your face is soft. And notice your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. And keep your focus on your breath. If distractions come into your mind, just let them pass and come back to your breath. Now think of someone close to you. It might be someone that you see every day. It might be someone you haven't seen in such a long time. Just think of them. And say to yourself, may they be well. Now bring your awareness into your own body. Visualize yourself as you sit on your mat. Be grateful for your practice and visualize yourself on your mat. Taking a deep inhale and think to yourself, may I be well. Now think of a group of people who you know. It might be people that you see every day or people that you haven't seen for a few weeks or a long time. Just let your thoughts drift towards those people and visualize them in your mind. And think to yourself, may they be well. Now let your mind be open. And let your thoughts move towards people that you don't know. And say to yourself, may all be well. Keeping your awareness in your breath. Focus on being grateful. Release your mudra. Release the hand. Gently blink your eyes open, but keep your gaze soft. And bring yourself to lie down on your mat. You can place your head on the cushion. Let your face soften. Let your body melt onto the mat. And let yourself relax. And start to slowly become aware of your breath. Become aware of the sounds in the room. Become aware of the weight of your body on the mat. And deepen your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Start to gently introduce movement into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Gently move your arms and your legs. On an inhale, take your arms up overhead, stretch through the whole of your body. Lower the arms. Bend your knees, have your feet on the floor. And if it feels okay for your back, bring your knees towards your chest and give yourself a little hug. But keep your head on the mat with your eyes closed. Gently lower your feet. If you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off and rub the palms of your hands together to get heat into your hands. Cup your hands over your closed eyes. Bathe your eyes in the heat as you gently blink your eyes open. Draw your hands down your face. And give your face a little tap or a massage. And roll over to one side. And just rest for a moment here. And carefully bring yourself up to sitting. Supporting your head. And bringing yourself to sit cross-legged on the mat if that's okay for your knees. Otherwise, legs are straight. Bring your hands onto your heart. Close your eyes just for a moment. We'll complete the practice as we began with 3 ohms. So you can join in or you can just sit with your eyes closed and just listen. Bring your hands together and Om Shanti. Thank you for practicing with me.